Hey everyone, my name is Ryan. Thank you guys for clicking on this video. Today I'm going to be talking about a action film called FlightRisk, which was directed by Mel Gibson, and he's known for doing films like Hacksaw Ridge, Braveheart, and The Passion of the Christ, which, by the way, I still need to see Braveheart at some point. The film stars Mark Wahlberg, Michelle Dockery, and Topher Grace. This film is about a U.S. marshal who is transporting a government witness to trial, and they're going to fly on the small plane, and Mark Wahlberg is the pilot, and he is not all who he says he is. Now, when I saw the trailer for this film, I really felt like it gave away pretty much most of the premise of this film and just gave away so much that I felt like going into this film there wasn't going to be much element of surprise, and that's exactly how this film went. Pretty much everything that was in the trailer, it was given away. Mark Wahlberg here, he's trying to do an accent, which it didn't really work for me all that much. His hair is absolutely ridiculous. The main star in here that I think is probably the best is Michelle Dockery. She is having to fly this plane, and I won't get into details as to actually why, but you can kind of guess, I would imagine, within the trailer. And I did like that aspect with her kind of taking charge. She is this just fiery kind of woman who's taking charge and doesn't know what she's doing. Topher Grace, I felt like his character was kind of annoying in this film. I just felt like sometimes he would just say really stupid lines. Just the way that he kind of had his lines come across, he just came up really annoying to me. I do think there is some decent action in this film. When there is action, there's not, I would say, like a ton of action. There's like struggles on the plane, and there's some things you really have to suspend your disbelief, especially with the fact that there are guns on this plane and the fact that it is a very small plane. Not to go into really crazy details, but I just think there are certain things that go on within the action of that plane where I was like seriously, like come on, like kind of have to suspend your disbelief with that. At times it's kind of slow and there's not really a lot going on, and then Mark Wahlberg doesn't have a lot to do, and there's reasons for that as the movie is really playing out. I did like seeing some of the shots of like the plane and them just kind of being really kind of claustrophobic on this plane. I mean, there's some interesting moments here and there, but the film as a whole, it just didn't really wow me much. It definitely felt like a drop right into January. It just felt like there were times where just, like I said, there's not really a lot really going on in this film, and I just felt like because the trailer really giving away so much with the film, I just was like, there's no element of surprise. We kind of already know what's going to happen. And as the third act was coming to a close, I do think when that action is actually happening, that was probably like the best part of the movie. And actually, there's a part towards the end of that movie, and I'm not going to spoil it, but there's a part that really made me laugh with Mark Wahlberg's character. I don't know why it made me laugh. I guess the way that they just unfolded that scene within like the last act there, it was kind of goofy and kind of funny at the same time. But just like action here, like, I mean, I think it's just going to depend on the person. I think like if you've seen the trailer, you're definitely going to be maybe like in the middle here, could be disappointed. I mean, it's going to vary by person. It seems like from reactions I've seen, there are some people that really like this movie, and then a lot of other people that I know that watch a lot of movies aren't really impressed with this movie. So I think it's just going to really depend on the person, really. I mean, if you like Mark Wahlberg, I would say go check it out. I mean, it's not a terrible film by any means, but it certainly isn't a good film, and it's, you know, it's not going to end on like the worst list or anything like that. But as far as a score for me, I would give it a 2 out of 5. It's just a very meh film. There's not really a lot to talk about this film because, like I said, everything is in the trailer. You kind of know everything up front. Most of the time, you're in this small plane for the majority of the film. Like, pretty much within a 90-minute runtime, you're on this plane within like 10-15 minutes, and you already know from the trailer that Mark Wahlberg is not actually the pilot. So with really not a lot of plot points in this film, there is that twist, obviously, that they have in the trailer, but at the same time, they had to have that twist, because without that twist, there really isn't much of a movie. It would be even more boring than it actually is at points in this film. And I think also with that twist, it's a lot of this woman actually just flying this plane around. So a lot of the majority of the movie is Michelle Dockery flying this plane. And I think like that's probably the most exciting thing about the film, because she's trying to learn to actually fly this plane with somebody actually helping her along the way. So that's really my thoughts on this film. Not really a lot to say about it. Overall, I would say if you want to check it out, if you're a Mark Wahlberg fan, okay, check it out at the theater, but I would say no rush. If you don't want to check it out in the theater, you could check it out on streaming on like a rainy day. But like I said, no rush. 2 out of 5. It's a meh film. Let me know down in the comments, what did you guys think about this film? Did you like it? Did you hate it? Did you just think it was kind of meh? Thank you guys for watching as always, and leave a comment below. What is your favorite Mark Wahlberg film? Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.